didn't see you there. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just catching up on some intellectual reading. Now, I called you here today to talk to you about paranormal investigation and tell you about my experience trying to investigate. For those of you who don't know what paranormal investigation is, it is the research of non-scientific and non-human phenomenon. Now, this includes things such as cryptids, aliens, and ghosts. You've probably seen or heard of many TV shows centered around this topic, such as Ghost Hunters, Finding Bigfoot, and Chasing UFOs. And it is shows such as these that have inspired many to take up paranormal investigation, not only as a hobby, but as a full-on career. During my time investigating, I looked into not only the haunted places around Virginia, but also the massive number of paranormal investigators within Virginia. Within Virginia alone, there are well over 100 different paranormal investigative societies. I was lucky enough to talk to the nice folks of Legendary Earth Paranormal Investigations about the struggles of this investigation, as well as them giving me leads to add to an already large list, which I have over here. Wait a minute, where did it go? Oh. As you can see, this list has a ton of leads on it. That's just how much research I had to do into finding a place, and there's a ton more that I didn't even bother writing down. But getting these leads and getting permission are two very different things. And talking to people about letting me investigate often felt like this.
Hello?
Hey, are you the kid that's trying to investigate our property?
Yeah, I am. I'd like to talk to you about that.
Yeah, well, you can off.
I'm just kidding, of course. But there were many folks that were very rude about it. That being said, the manager over at Rippon Lodge did let me talk to her about why it is so hard to get permission to investigate. And she told me that in Virginia, many places are historical buildings, which isn't surprising, but it is for that reason that they need to make sure nothing gets damaged. She told me at one of the other historical buildings, a group actually sawed through a door in order to get a camera into the room instead of just taking it off its hinges. Now, obviously, they got in trouble, but it made it hard for other investigative groups to be able to investigate places. The other reason it's hard to find a place is because many are houses that people are living in, and they don't want to be bothered with people filming. And some are businesses that just don't want to lose business for being haunted. And this left me with two options: either find an abandoned building, which is not only illegal, but also very dangerous due to structural decay, and finding a public property, which eventually led me to Truxton Park in Annapolis, Maryland, which is the home to a witch's grave. Now, unfortunately, due to my lack of video editing knowledge, I accidentally lost much of the footage from the visit, but I will retell it to you. My friend Kaylee, her dog Rocky, and I went to go see this grave, which is supposedly haunted by a witch's ghost. It took us a very long time to find it, and the main reason was that it is located right next to a school, which is weird. Now, through my very bad camera work, you can see the grave. It was lined with brick and surrounded by a spike iron fence that is falling apart. Aside from how it looked and just where it was located, we didn't really feel any presence or see anything weird. The only thing weird was that Rocky was a giant brown lab who, in the time I have known him, has never cried or been able to focus on anything longer than 5 seconds. Starts to cry and whine and just stare right at me, or at least something behind me. Now, I didn't have any equipment to see if there was a ghost, so I went a bit old school and got an Ouija board, which is highly not recommended by most people. Pros and non alike, mainly because most people won't let you investigate the property if you have one, because they think you're not taking it seriously and you're just some thrill seeker. But it's also because it's thought to only attract bad spirits and demons. So we used it anyway, and nothing happened, which was sort of a letdown, not gonna lie. But it's better than getting possessed by a witch's ghost, I guess. Now, on the matter of the actual grave, I guess we'll never know if it's haunted or not.